You are now locked in to the Sitting Down with the Sisters podcast.
Hi guys, Happy New Year 2024. Woo! Guys,
Thank you, Jesus.
2024.
I'm so excited to be back in the studio.
Oh,
I know you might be thinking, is this a new studio? Look at this, look.
it's still soapbox.
It's so
forever soapbox. We're not going nowhere.
This our house, but as you can see, facelift.
For real.
Yeah.
Surgery.
For real, we
Renovation,
had a
yeah.
whole BBL. Went to Dr. Miami.
Do you get?
Yeah.
Not a whole
everything. Yeah.
Mommy makeover.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
One thing you're gonna
giving
know
that.
about us, as we grow, Soapbox grows.
For real.
As Soapbox grows, we also
grow.
grow. Have you not noticed? You've been here from before Soapbox even existed.
No, seriously.
Then Soapbox came to be. Then one studio. Then two studio. Now renovation.
Elevation.
We are getting better.
I'm so glad you guys get to witness our growth.
No, but
seriously.
because we've come a long way from
We were
Thank
watching
you,
our old
Jesus.
episodes the other day,
Yeah.
actually. Because we had our 2024 Q1 strategy meeting. You know, we are big girls
For the
now.
poddy?
For the poddy. For the plans for the poddy. And as we're talking about the plans for the poddy, we wanted to do some reminiscing. And we looked back from literally we didn't do our first ever episode. All the real ones, if you know what our first ever episode was, tell us in the comments.
Comment down below.
Because
It's a good
that's
question.
actually quite a powerful one.
Yeah, if you've been following the journey, you should remember it.
You
should
know.
remember
And all of our episodes are up. We've only deleted one episode ever. So
In our whole pod in
our
history.
whole pod in history. So
Yeah.
keep that in
It
mind.
was so nice to watch that back, guys.
Oh.
We
I think
looked so
I think we should do an episode actually one time. I was gonna say this
Just
on camera,
reacting
react
to old
it
videos,
and see
yeah,
if
yeah.
we still share the same opinions that we had.
That would be sick. That would be a good segment
Yeah.
for like the future. That's
Because it's so weird. I feel like we were on tour. Because like one time we'd be recording in my house, and it was O's house, and
Then
Temmie's
your
house,
house.
and then the first studio. Now here we've been around the world.
Mate, do you know what's mad as well? There was an episode that Defo had COVID before they announced COVID.
Oh my days, yes.
Like I remember that day. I remember coming home hot sweats. I said,
Oh,
it was
God.
February 2020.
And then
March,
they
the
announced
next
it in
month
March.
after
they said
that.
stay in your house. I said,
Wow.
I was one of the first.
That was the time.
I was one of the
Because
first.
a lot of people had it, but they just thought it was just like a normal flu. That's
And
so
then we have
mad.
our lockdown episodes. If you guys remember
Yeah.
when we used to film on
On
Zoom.
Zoom.
Oh my God.
Mighty
and
God.
we screen record. Wow.
And now we're over 100 episodes. We're on
Yeah.
season 7. It's 2024.
It's a new year.
And we have things for you guys this year.
2024. I
So
can't believe it. You know, now we have to refer to 2022 as 2 years ago.
I know.
Jesus mighty God, Father.
Sorry, I got a snap memory saying 2 years ago today it was 2022. I said, what?
No.
2022 is still last year, man.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
To me, it's 2020
Wow.
last year, really and truly.
No.
Yeah, because
time
we
is
skipped
just-
the year, I'm not going to lie.
It's going
Me, I'm
by
not
so
turning
quickly.
27 this year. I'm turning 25.
Fair enough, sis. No one can tell you any
Look
differently.
at me. Do I look to be 27?
What's the 27?
Do you get?
No, seriously.
It's not 27 really and truly.
27. Wow.
247.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
we praise
No, but
you.
Guys, these two are turning 27. I'm turning 24.
This is the same person whose birthday it is first.
This is our mommy Gio.
No, seriously. The auntie of the sisters.
If you know us very well, you know the order of our birthdays.
Yeah,
So
for
let's
real.
just leave that there. We won't say anything again. I know some people might think I'm the eldest or Ashley's the eldest. No.
It's
You don't need to point. Pointing is rude. We don't point.
you see? It's the mommy in her.
It's the mommy.
Pointing is rude.
Funnily
It's not nice to point.
Nah, I'm
But
done.
what did you guys actually do for Christmas? And before we talk about New Year's, what
Oh,
did
yeah,
you guys do
to
for Christmas?
rewind
How
it back.
did you end your
Oh
year?
God! Do you know? Obviously, today is the first day like work has gone back to normal since the holidays, and you can imagine the conversation, that corporate sort of how was the break?
Small
what did
talk.
you? The small talk, and I've done so much of that today. So it's literally in the
It's right
frontal
here.
lobe. It's right there. So I have it rehearsed.
Yeah,
Love
you
them.
know your
I know-
answer
I
when
know my
someone
answer.
asks
But
you.
we don't
yeah.
want the work
thing.
one. We
Yeah.
want the real one.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you.
Who wants to go first then?
Right, I can share. My Christmas, I feel like Christmas last year was just
Was it beautiful?
amazing. Christmas is my favorite time of the year, but this Christmas was just so special. I had my niece and my nephew, and obviously just
Shout
seeing
out to
Christmas
them.
for real. Seeing Christmas through like a child's eyes is just so pure.
I've heard that. I heard when
It's-
kids are around, Christmas is so
like they
different.
really
Like, it's so
value the
lovely.
little things, and they really point out the things that you can take for granted or like overlook.
Yeah.
And it was just so beautiful, and they made my mum and dad excited. Like just even the opening presents on Christmas morning, seeing how excited they were. It was just
They just brought the life back to it, yeah.
Everything was just, even at the Christmas period, like just doing things with them, taking them
like
out,
going
going to
out.
Wonderland, everything. Like they just made it so memorable. Like it's a Christmas I'll never forget.
Wow.
Oh, I love that.
That's a powerful one.
I love that. I think not the opposite, but I had more of like a grown Christmas this
Okay,
year.
got you.
It was literally catching up with friends, catching up with people that I've not seen in ages, because obviously there was no work. So it was nice to spend time with everyone. I think I saw every one of my friends this Christmas. If you're my friend and I didn't see you, then maybe I forget. But
That's how they'll call you out. So
just
she's
saying.
lying.
But I think I saw most people anyway that I hadn't seen in ages, or just people that are currently in my life. I saw everyone from the Christmas period up until even like New Year's, even up until last week Friday. I saw one of my friends I've not seen in ages. So it was just a moment of catching up, family as well. It was a very cozy period. It was very cozy. Like I spent a lot of time indoors, tried not to waste money.
Mate.
And I had like, this was the first time I cooked Christmas dinner.
Wow.
There was a lot of
powerful.
pressure, guys. Whoa.
and you did it. You prevailed.
I prevailed.
That video.
I ain't doing it again though.
Fair enough.
Till I have my own family.
Okay.
Fairs.
Just saying, mum, don't
Fairs.
do that again.
Oh, not you calling out your
No
man.
problem.
Not
no
auntie.
problem. No problem.
How was yours?
What about you,
Mine?
Ayo?
It was beautiful. Do you know, it's Christmas, same as my favorite time of the year. I like it more than my bye day. I loved it. I was not in London for Christmas. I was in Scotland.
Scotty?
It snowed 2 daes before, so I was.
Wow.
Oh,
it's like
really?
God was
It's
hearing my
Scotland.
prayers, because I said I want a white Christmas.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Thank you.
So why did you want to?
I just love snow.
I'm not over this girl, you know. What was that?
I felt inspired by what she said.
I love Christmas, innit? And I love snow. And the two are synonymous to me, innit? So, but it wasn't a white Christmas, but it was white 2 days before Christmas. That's fine.
You
I was
still
with my
took it, yeah.
cousins. It was really nice. We made Christmas, me and my siblings and my cousins, we all made Christmas dinner, and our parents just stayed in the sitting room.
Oh, that's cute.
It's
that's
cool,
really cute.
but you know,
You don't?
Right.
Would you do it again?
I do it every year. Me and my sister cook Christmas dinner. We've been doing it for like the last like 3-4 years.
Okay,
that's
So
got
we're
you.
used to it, yeah. But and I don't mind. It's just it takes a long time because I like fresh food, so I like to make it.
How
on
long
the day.
did it
Yeah.
take?
From like we started at like 12, 11 and finished at like 4, 5
Yeah, that was me.
That's
It took me
normal.
6
Yeah,
hours.
yeah.
in the evening.
That's
Did you get it? But
Yeah.
it was nice. We did like presents exchange, which was cute. This year was less about the presents though, because
Yeah, same.
and I liked that, to be fair,
Yeah.
because it was easier on my bank account.
Come on.
What else? Yeah, it was
Not
just
the bank account.
it was good, innit? I love Christmas. Like Christmas is one of those things like
Yeah.
every year it must be good.
Yeah.
I will always try.
What is a tradition that you would implement in your own family that you don't have right now? Maybe not don't have, but you would just make more emphasis on, if that makes sense.
With my family, we're quite a tight knit. There's just 4 of us. So I think what I will. It sounds like it probably doesn't sound like a big deal to everyone, but it's usually just 4 of us on Christmas. So I think when I have my own family, I want it to be a bit bigger, a bit more flamboyant.
Makes sense.
Maybe like going to like other people's houses or like hosting other people. Like I want
yeah,
Christmas
yeah.
to be like that for
No,
me.
that makes sense.
Whereas we don't do that as often now because everyone's older now. You know, me and my brother, we're grown, so our parents, it's not as like magical as it used to be. So I'll make sure I do that once I have kids for sure.
That's really cute.
I like that.
Are you liking this video? Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.
I feel like for me, I already do a lot of the stuff that I want to do, but one thing I think I want to do on Christmas, I saw it on social media, but I think it's so cool. Like you read the story of Jesus' birth on Christmas Day, like at the table or like everybody's on the sofa. You just read like the book of Luke or any of them. Obviously the Gospels talk about Jesus. I just think it's a good way to remind you what you're celebrating, because Christmas can easily just become about family and the presents and the food,
which is all good,
which
but
is
there's
fine,
a reason
but
why
there's a core reason.
So I definitely want to do that with my future family.
That's so nice.
That is, I like that. What is there that I would implement?
It was your question.
I know, right? I didn't even think of my own answer.
I feel like you're going to do an annual photo shoot for your family.
That's a good one. Yeah,
I think you will.
Yeah,
like
that's
a professional.
That is so Ash.
Because every time when I see it, I'm just like, well, especially when it's like a big family, like all the kids. I just think it's so beautiful and it's so nice to look back on as well. And when you see how it evolves,
for life, for sure.
But I love like both of what you said. I would love to host Christmas. I said this to I as well. I would love to spend Christmas
with you guys,
like on our family. That would be amazing.
We've never spent Christmas before together.
Imagine when we're married, we spend Christmas together.
That would be so beautiful. God. And one thing that I would do more of also is when we were younger, because I grew up Catholic, we used to go Catholic church, Catholic mass, and Christmas Eve going into Christmas Day we would go to midnight mass.
Nice.
And it was just like, that's something that I never forgot. Like it was so special. And when I was younger I didn't take it, like I took it for granted. Like I didn't see the significance at that age, but now looking back I'm like, that's something that I wish like my church, anybody.
No, mate, Christmas Eve is a big night.
Yeah, for midnight mass going into Christmas Day. Like,
Why do I feel
that.
like I didn't know you grew up Catholic?
Yeah.
Same.
I feel like you have never said that before.
Really? Have I not? I was practicing.
I was Catholic.
I was a practicing Catholic up until year 7.
That's mad. I didn't know.
I had a Holy Communion.
No, we
me, my brother, my sister.
So right. I did not know that.
Really?
No.
I need to show you guys the photo album.
What's your confirmation name?
What was my confirmation name? I do not remember. But I literally have a picture with my priest like this. I would have to go. Me and my mum went I did not miss single Sunday mass. My mum didn't play.
Oh wow.
What happened?
So why are you not Catholic
did you change
anymore?
from Catholic?
Because basically my mum's uncle, my mum's cousin is a pastor, and he would always invite her like, come to church. And then randomly she went to his church and then she heard the gospel and then that's when she realised, it resonated more. I wouldn't really say that my mum and dad going to a Catholic church, I think it's just because when they came to this country, it was all and the people they were around, like they just brought them into the church. I don't really think they 100% believed.
Were they Christians before they came?
No.
Your mum and dad weren't Christians?
No.
Like, growing up?
No. Like when we grew up, we had secular music and my dad was an alcoholic. Sorry.
I remember that. You've told me that.
Yeah.
Just dropped it.
I mean, if you ask him, he'll tell you. But
I think everyone's dad was,
Stella beer. That was
everyone's
his
dad
drink.
was.
Well, you guys know me.
Yeah.
But I grew up in.
Dad, you weren't, but
I didn't see anything.
my dad used to drink. Like,
And then as soon as they went to church, like everything just. I remember all the secular music
That's
just
why
stopped.
I find you guys' lives so interesting.
Just so
everybody's lives that grew up like not normal, but like
I know. What you
I find it so interesting because this leads on to a very good topic. Yeah, when you grow up Christian, like your parents, like your dad is a minister, your mum is in there's things that when you're growing up, you're in school, you don't know. Like you know how everybody knew the songs and all the films.
Yes, you're right.
Not one clue.
My reason for not knowing is because I was not born here.
Fair.
You know, when you're not born here, things
Makes
are also
sense.
different. Your childhood is different from the people that. So I had to play catch up.
That's what I was gonna say.
Like
Catching
all
up.
the movies that you would think, or all the like the consoles, or all the games and all the things that you did necessarily like in nursery.
Yeah.
I
all
played
of that.
catch up and had to learn later on.
That's fair.
So that was my reason.
That's a really good point.
And like genuinely, like when I say we didn't have a TV for a long time.
I remember you said
we used to watch stuff on the computer. Like my childhood was very traditional. Like me and my siblings, we would play. Like we wasn't watching TV. We was outside playing with strangers. Like, and then we only watched Christian films. We only listened to like. I remember when our dad all got us MP3 players, and then that's when my brother used to be the king of illegal downloads.
LimeWire.
Literally
Shout out to you, boy.
LimeWire.
And then that's how we learned how to download music. That's when I would then learn about people like JLS and like all of that. But like,
got you,
boy, I was watching. If you guys know, Salty, the singing songbook, the Donut Man,
The donut.
like,
I remember the Donut
Story
Man.
Keepers,
Wow.
I remember
Superbook. Like that's what I was watching. Like that's Veggie Tales was like the one.
She's unlocking
No, wait,
a core
Superbook
memory.
just unlocked something in my head right now.
Superbook. Luke.
I'm gonna go home and search that.
might need to
Wow.
search Superbook on the
That's my
train.
entire childhood, like everything.
That's
like,
such
when
a
people
good
would be
point,
like,
though,
when
yeah.
people would be like, "Oh, you don't know," like literally, I can go. When we were like in secondary school, sixth form, people were talking about Dilemma with like Nelly and Kelly. I had no clue, not one clue.
That's why I really believe like your upbringing plays a massive role, more than people really deep sometimes and really
of course.
take into consideration.
Most
it's so mad.
most
crazy.
certainly. I think
Wow.
the adults that we are right now is a very good indication of how we were
Definitely.
raised.
Raised, yeah,
Definitely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Our morals,
you see that in the way we
our
treat
core
people. We see
beliefs.
that in our romantic relationships, friendships, even the way we interact with our family,
Yes.
sometimes our parents. For sure.
How you form friendships as well,
Yeah.
like we said
We've
in our
even
previous
touched-
episode.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go back and watch that.
I definitely think that's why I am the woman. You're right, you know,
No, facts.
because I've been quite consistent my whole life, and I genuinely think it's because I grew up the way I grew up. Like, yeah,
I think what you said was a good point. I think when you're raised in a certain way, I think it's one or the other. There's no in between. It's either you carry on those traditions into your adult life, or you completely stray away from
That's
it.
so true, because
And
I've never
seen a
met anyone
mixture.
that's middle ground. It's
Yes,
either one or
the other. They completely stray away, or they just obviously
There's a
you
lot
get
in the
some
middle.
people, to be fair, that are in the middle where it's like you take some good, not good, but you take some attributes, whether good or bad, and you leave some behind. I think I'm a mixture.
I think
I'm the middle actually. Now
I
that
actually
think
feel like
about
the
it.
middle is actually the most common one, because I think a lot of people like me grew up in church, but I think a lot of the majority are people who've not personalized their faith actually. So there's that big gap.
Yeah, and I don't think there's a right or wrong way, because
Yeah,
it
yeah,
depends
yeah.
on
Yeah, you
how
have to
you
have a
were
journey.
brought up. Because at the end of the day, let's say you weren't brought up in the most in the greatest way, you can obviously refrain from that and then just build your adult life in a different way.
Right, yeah.
So I think it highly depends on just the way you were raised, really.
On the individual person.
Yeah, and one thing I've tried to do in my adult life, and because I can say I had a good childhood, I'm not gonna lie. Growing up, my parents tried their best to give me and my brother everything that we wanted, just to be kids, and things like that. So I'm grateful for my childhood, but there are certain things that I would change with my kids. So that's what I mean by in between.
I get that.
Like, take the goods and
yeah.
then leave the bad. Well, I'm trying to, because sometimes you grow up with some bad habits as well that you realize in your adult life you're like, whoa, I need to work on
I
this
saw
one.
that when I was younger.
I
Yeah.
saw that when I was younger. I thought that was the norm, but it really ain't. You
It's a lot of stuff you have to unlearn,
exactly. So
even
there's
when it
that
comes to
too.
your spiritual walk as well.
Everything.
that
That
mainly
one is
that,
a big one.
Yeah.
mainly that.
Wait, so you're telling me you've been watching this entire time and you haven't subscribed? You got 5 seconds. Okay.
Because if you grew up in a Christian African household, everything was done in fear. You were conditioned in fear, like you had to do things because God will punish you. So there's certain
God
things.
got him punished.
No,
You know?
seriously though.
Sunday
seriously.
school is like, oh my God, like there's some traumatic moments even thinking about it now. But I'm glad like I can be an adult and make my own decisions now and learn who God is for myself.
Yes.
So,
Talking about that though, how are you guys feeling about the new year and what you want this year?
That's a good
And who
question.
you want to become this year?
Tell me, you want to answer?
I've been talking, guys. Please let me give other people a go.
Actually, you talk.
Do you know what? On the train here, funnily enough, like, I just felt excited. Like, I'm very excited for this year, and I don't know what it is. I know something's coming. I know a lot of things are coming. I don't know what it is, but I'm excited because I'm just constantly reminded that there is so much that God still has yet to do, and not just in my life, but all of our lives, like the people around me, my loved ones. I'm excited for just my family members. I'm excited for you guys just to be able to witness what God will do firsthand in your life. I'm excited. I think that's the main word for me. I'm excited. And the woman that I want to be, like what my church gave me a card yesterday Sunday, and it says what are you believing God for, and what are the practical steps that you will do whilst you're waiting on whatever it is. And one of the things that I wrote was firm obedience throughout the year, like unwavering obedience.
I love that.
So yeah, I'm just excited. I'm so excited. Like, I don't know what it is. Obviously, I know that there will be trials and there will be obstacles.
That's part of life, right?
But it doesn't compare to the joy that I know I'll experience, because God walks with me and He walks ahead of me.
Wow.
And I'm following behind Him, and that's all. Like that, and knowing that I have that assurance, that's it. That's enough for me.
That's powerful, mate.
That's it.
Let's wrap up. That's it. What else do you want to hear, really? From how do you top that?
I don't know what to add.
Facts. Oh God.
I'm excited for you both as well. I'm excited for this podcast. Sorry, I'm going on, but I'm just excited.
I'm excited too, mate.
Yeah.
I feel like I like a new year, because people say, "Oh, it's just another day." No, it's not. It's a time. It's a moment. Like,
she shut y'all down with that one.
You can make it what you want.
That's
and
it.
For me, it's definitely encouraged me that this year I'm gonna really get back into my creative bag. This year I really want to just explore all the gifts and things that I have, because I have a lot of things that I do, but I want to do a lot more. And I just want to be all that God created me to be. Like, I know God has so many things, like you said, in store, because He's so good. Like, He's so faithful, and I feel like
He's the author of creativity.
He is, and the more you commit your life to God, like, you just start to see things blossom in a new way. Like, this year, I know it's going to be a year of joy, mate. This year is a year of travel.
That part.
I'm going to tell you that one for free.
Catch me while you can.
Last year, I travelled for the first time since COVID. Yeah, well, since 2018, I think. And I said, and I must keep going. I must.
Yeah, you must, and you will.
Use my passport.
I was speaking to a colleague, and she was telling me one of the hacks in life is to have something to look forward to, and that includes travel. Like, you have travel to look forward to.
I must.
Don't just wait for things. Make things happen.
I must. So I must.
Do you have places you want to fly to?
Yes, I will tell you at next time.
Sorry.
But at the moment,
sis said, "Don't worry, I have it written down, but it's not."
I know where I want to go this year. Like, I'm trying to live it up, because you know what? This year, by God's grace, I feel like it's going to be a year of like freedom in a way. And the year's coming, you never know what's around the corner. So live up the freedom whilst you can.
Do you want to expand on that one?
No. I just know that, when you have the time, you're living in your dad's house.
You're right, yeah.
You got the money.
You don't have responsibilities.
You're not paying rent.
Yes.
You do what you like.
Facts of life.
And then, by God's grace.
This is our selfish years.
As you get. I'm excited for that.
For real.
And speaking of selfish years, I think that's one of the things that I'm taking on board this year. The thing is, I'm a selfless person by nature, and I thank God Almighty for giving me that ability to be selfless to others. But sometimes, when you take it a bit too far, you forget about yourself.
Yes,
so I'm going to consider myself more in some of the decisions I make.
Nice.
Obviously, always with love.
Yeah.
Never going to do anything out of spite. But I think it's a year to be a bit more selfish. And yeah, I'm also feeling very positive about this year. I'm not gonna lie, like, even going into church for the crossover service, it was just something that just felt different. And I don't know, all the people that always talk about, oh yeah, like it's a new year, but it doesn't mean anything. One thing I've got to know is you lot are just Debbie Downers. You're a Debbie Downer. It's not nice.
You're sad.
It's all right for people to want to try again. I think the hack is just not to give up.
That's it.
However many times you need to try. No one's stopping you, because at the end of the day, if it's a goal you want to accomplish, you'll get there. Just keep going. So that's how I'm seeing this year. It's another chance in life.
That's it.
To try again, to be a better woman. That's all I can hope for. I always want to be a better person to my family, to my friends, to the people around me. So I'm gonna do that this year.
I love that. I don't think people realize when I hear stuff like that. When people say, "Oh, it's just it's just another day."
I don't have New Year's resolution.
You guys, you wasn't in church the whole year. Now you're finally in church on New. You don't understand the magnitude of what it means to see a new year. Like that, when you look back and you see how many people encountered death how many people haven't made it. I know it sounds cliche because we always hear it, but it's honestly very deep.
It's because we're so desensitized.
Yeah,
but we shouldn't be.
like being able
here is a privilege.
to experience the 1st of January of a new year, that is hope personified. Like,
Yeah,
facts.
we've been blessed by God with more time.
Facts.
And who am I to not celebrate that? Who are we?
Facts.
And who are you to just
You're talking,
to say,
you're talking.
Yeah.
it's
talking
not,
the
don't
thing.
worry, your face is sitting. It's
How do you know that's what I was doing?
it's no, I'm seeing you. It's really
thank
you're looking
you. Okay, thanks.
It's just, speaking of crossover service,
Yes.
what did you guys do for New Year's?
Check.
That's the
way we
short
don't
and
even
simple
need to
answer.
ask.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
People
Do you know
all
what's so
that
funny? Actually, what I was thinking as you was talking, we have a viral TikTok from last year when you.
That's
We're
why
talking
I
about
asked.
crossover. So how was crossover, Ash? Update us.
Testimony time.
Tell us. Give us an update from last year.
Testimony time. If you
Testimony
remember,
time.
this time last year, January 2023, I said that I would not be going to my mum's church anymore because of the ridiculous time that it finishes.
5 a.m.
And I can confess that I indeed did not go to her church. Guys,
What time did this one
I
finish?
got home. Yeah, I got home at 1:30 a.m.
Wow.
Do you know when I got home, I said, "Whoa!"
Is this
I even
what
messaged-
people
I said,
are living?
I said, "Is this what you guys have been
Yeah, by
experiencing?"
God's grace.
You know, that's been the norm for me for like a good 6-7 years. 5 a.m.
No.
That when I got home, I didn't even know what to do with myself. Like I was just
Like it's
I
January
was like,
the 1st.
whoa.
I'm at home at 1:30.
It's mad.
couldn't believe it.
I'm happy
God is
for
good.
I said,
Hallelujah.
"It's only you."
It's only God, man. Nah, reals. Because that 5 a.m. is so low.
It's,
It's a low. It's a low.
5 a.m.
Is it
You
lot?
hear the birds chirping.
yeah,
Yeah.
crazy. This is also the first Sunday I haven't spent in my family church for crossover service.
Really?
Yeah, so
How was it?
It was good. It was so good.
I love how all of our
It was
like
so good.
answers
It was
just
so
positive.
good. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Me, I've only Sorry,
Yeah.
go. What was you gonna say?
That's
Something
it.
else.
Amazing.
Me, I've been going to the same place for my whole life. It was calm. It was beautiful. I just feel like because it's a family church and I grew up there.
Yeah,
so it's
and you
the same.
actually enjoy your church.
Yeah, I like
so
my
it's
church.
different. Yeah,
I like
yeah.
my church. It's very cute. It's cute. You just because every year is different, isn't it? Like we all was little, and now all the little ones are growing up, and everybody's just. And now we do more things in church because like you're older and
Yeah.
stuff. So it's lovely, and I think it's the best place to start the year.
Always.
Okay, so this year, but God's willing, if we all make it, we will by God's grace to
Yeah.
December. If it doesn't
If
come,
God doesn't come,
That's
Jesus
to
doesn't
2020,
come.
December 24. Church is the best place to start because even if
Always.
you've not been faithful to God during the year, God is not looking at
Doesn't
that.
discriminate.
He's
Hold
not
it against
holding it
you.
against you.
Discriminate.
All he cares about is what you do with what you have right now.
And
So-
I urge people to be consistent throughout the year too.
I was gonna literally. That's what I was gonna
God,
say.
you don't know what God wants. You don't know how God wants to use you or use your Sundays when you commit it to Him. So just give Him that opportunity.
And get literally what Ashley said, like this is the 8th day of the year. So even if you didn't go to church yesterday, that doesn't mean you should keep the trend
Keep
or
it
whatever
up,
going.
yes.
Like I feel like a lot of people, their New Year's resolution is going to be to have a closer walk with God. And I think sometimes it can be very overwhelming because you think, oh, okay, but that means I need to do this and that means I need to do that. And all God is asking is for you to take it one day at a time.
That's it.
Because you don't know what the future holds. But all I know is when you commit your ways to God, you'll be so calm.
That's it.
And you literally don't need to worry about next month and the month after that and how you're going to keep it up because God does it. He works within you to do what he wants you to do.
it.
So all you need to do is put one foot in front of the other. The more you keep doing that and choosing Jesus every morning, just choose him every morning, you'll see a difference. Your life
Tomorrow
will
has
change.
worries of its own.
So just take it one
today.
one step at a time.
Love that,
Sweet
man.
Jesus.
Guys, look.
That's all I'm Anything bothering you, Ash?
No. Just all the High School Musical fans.
I know.
know.
I knew that's what you were doing. Do you remember when we watched it in between Christmas?
She
and New
remembers.
Year's?
She just doesn't wanna remember.
Yes, I remember. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this first episode of the year. And thank you for rocking with us. We appreciate
2024.
you so much. It's gonna be.
Don't
We've
be
got
a
so. Yeah. We've got so many things planned for you, and so many things planned for you this
Yes.
year. So
And they're coming quick.
we can't wait
Yeah.
to actually
Shine your
we can't wait
eyes.
to start noticing the little differences and just everything that we've got planned.
Wink, 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 wink.
But yeah, we'll
Wink,
see you
Chris.
soon. Bye.
Bye.